know, say the mans them come through if you have a good time. Sling this on a couple of dope prime at the same time, yeah man. People and
good morning everybody, welcome to a different video. So guys, we are actually late. We are late. So we're actually ready. We've got a meeting at museum and damn we're late. Understand? Yeah. Okay, so today the agenda is we're making a video at the museums and my sister is driving the car, so let me open the gate. How dude? Oh, yes I did it, yeah. Oh, yes I did it, yeah. No, your driver. Get. Okay, she wants me to drive. Okay, hey, alright, we are going to chat camera. What in kitchen? I will end up again. Oh, take over.
When? It's come as a study move.
Alright, when you sit back, where's the seat belt? We are so late. Where's my phone? This is a Chelly night.
It's the end again.
Is it? Did you check phone? Yeah, it's a Chelly night.
Reverse. And guess what? See block you. See block you.
Why the wood really like we will make it now.
Yeah, Katile very itchinjan to epic camera.
I changed my video.
Unfortunately.
Can't you have spoon dance?
Asambe so. Yeah, I yeah, sing.
them gon' rock. This how them man them gon' rock. Yeah, we gon' rock.
So I describe you, this godless dream, a golden hour of ecstasy, 'cause it's not written in our destiny. I wanna be, if all I've given were blooming sand,
This how
the
them man
world
them
would
gon'
know
rock.
me for who I am. Maybe your soul will see on me. I wanna be.
When looking for a classic,
You know say man can't be alright.
when looking for a classic,
Pump the tune, man.
when looking for a classic.
What's up everybody, we're live at the Central History Museum at Bulawayo and with my sister here. What's up? My bro, say hi to the camera, you know. Anyways, it's a fine Saturday today, and you know, as well, just live here from the museum. We're about to, you know, about to film what's inside. Stay tuned, everybody, and hope you guys enjoy the show. You know, that's what we're here for. You know, yeah. So you know, I hope you like everything. I remember when I was young, everything which was in here just used to scare me. It was like a horror movie. You know, everything was just skeletons and all that stuff. You know, so with my bro here, he'll be the cameraman of the day.
Freeze backs. Okay guys, welcome back to the video. We actually spoke to the manager right now, so we are back finally. We were late, by the way, so now we have to go to the reception. I did go in earlier, so if she would refer to something that I spoke earlier, don't mind it, because I've already went inside. We've done all the details and everything. Now it's a long ride. Let's go.
A few moments later.
What you looking at?
The inlator is the largest and most venomous. Which African vipers? This is the viper.
That's a viper.
Not viper.
It's called the Gabon viper.
Yes, inonzi Vumbi in Shona.
In what?
Vumbi in Shona. I don't know
Vumbi
if
in Shona.
Yes, I don't know if I am pronouncing it correctly, but yes, you take Vumbi.
So it's Vumbi in Shona, and then what about in Ndebele?
I have no idea.
Short python.
No, this one is in Klatu.
In
Shatu.
It's really moving.
Which one?
I really want to show you guys, but I don't want to show you guys because I want you to come and sit for yourself. I'm just gonna give you a glimpse and then back.
Yeah,
no,
it's actually moving, guys.
it's really.
And I think it's eating a rat.
Dude, that cannot eat a rat. Like, it's just like you eating just one Rice Krispie. Why is that one open? Where is the snake? Guys, seriously, why is that one open? Okay, so guys, we're in the snake section. Can I remove my mask for a bit? Wait, I look so funny with the mask. By the way, I'm looking at the most cutest snake ever. This one I'm just going to show you guys. Yeah, I know we're in Africa, guys. No, I'm not talking about witchcraft, obviously, but it's actually beautiful. Like, you guys would want to see this. I'm just gonna show you a bit of this and then now put it back. It's really nice. Let me show you. Yeah, this is the snake that I was referring to. Look at the colors, guys. Like, seriously, look at the colors. She is moving. She's coming to us. Hi.
Is she?
I'm not even sure. I don't even know. But these guys are cute.
20. About 20.
Wait, it's 20. It's there. It's a corn
snake.
It's a corn snake.
No, it's
It's really, look at this one. Down.
It's moving.
Down. That's cute. He almost like literally look at that. Literally look at that. And my boy almost ran away because of that open glass over there. He almost ran away from
17.
Where is 70? Where is 17? 50? Look, that one is inside. He doesn't know. That's the one that I was referring to. Look at it. It's so cute.
Is that even cute?
Clearly. Look at this one. And there are eggs. They look like quail eggs, guys. Seriously. Those are cool eggs. Like, seriously, they're quail eggs. Kayla, those ones sell you. It really ate, and I don't know if I can say they vomited something like that. I wish you guys could. Can't unsee this, so I'll make sure you guys see it also. Viewer discretion is advised. Look at the bones. Wow. And the tortoise.
Check this out.
This is big. Wow. Guys, I seriously don't know how much space I have in this camera, but I literally want to take everything. Froggies. Why is my camera not focusing? Unfortunately. Ooh, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
This big, guys.
Guys, I need this. That's the tiger fish. And then imagine swimming in the lake and then meeting this. Like, seriously. The eel. This one is the most interesting one.
Oh, the eel.
Yes. Can you guys see?
Yes, then this one.
This one is the mud eater. Someone actually told me I have to have this fish, but they said it's ugly as hell.
Which one?
Mud eater.
Nah, it's actually cute.
No, not as in cute. No, I'm not talking about the appearance. I'm talking about in your belly. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because it eats all the waste. Imagine that.
Okay, so now we are in the Hall of Kings in the Natural History Museum. So the Hall of Kings gives a background to the different regimes, the different leadership structures that the country went through. So you realize that in our African tradition, even our political leaders, they were kings and chiefs. So even when we talk of the current system, we refer traditionally to such leaders as kings and queens. So right here we have an impression, an artist's impression of the Great Zimbabwe, which actually is the center that gives the country its name, Zimbabwe. Some will say it's Zimbabwe, some will say it's Zimbabwe, and yet others will say it's Nziwamabwe. Okay, but the central theme there is it has something to do with rocks, stones. Okay, and this side, this exhibit here is showing us the patterns, the architectural patterns that we find on the Great Zimbabwe walls. And all these had a certain meaning, all these had a certain symbolic significance based on the African worldview or the African cosmology, how the Africans see the world around them and how they interpret the things that are around them. So you find such designs as the chevron, you find the checkered pattern, you find the pith, and a host of other patterns. Okay, these are archaeological findings that were actually excavated from Great Zimbabwe, and this is stuff that the archaeologists will then use to determine what kind of life was being lived there. They carbon date these, they determine when they were used, and all that. Okay. And this exhibition here is speaking about the building of the Great Zimbabwe. So it will show cross sections of the wall as it was being built, and some of the very significant sections of the Great Zimbabwe. This is the hill complex, and that's the divination court where the people would entreat the gods for national issues. And apparently they will get their responses from the spiritual world. And this pot here is called the zoomorphic pot or the zebra pot. So this pot is supposed to have had serious magical powers, such that it could be sent from the king's palace to maybe to a vassal chief to collect tribute, or it could be sent with some message and it would go to deliver that. So these pots were actually two, the male and the female, and they would both use the Great Zimbabwe. But if you also look at other satellite states of the Great Zimbabwe or other states that arose after the Great Zimbabwe, like Khami, you will also find that the zoomorphic pot was a very significant feature that they were using as well for performing rituals. Okay, and we have talked there of the hill complex at Great Zimbabwe, and here we speak now of the Great Enclosure. The hill complex was the king's residence. No females allowed there, only the king and his soldiers there and his diviners. But the Great Enclosure, this is where the queen, the first wife of the king, would live. So you find that the walls, the stone walls were actually like Jura walls, and the huts would be built inside, which is also a difference between Great Zimbabwe and Khami, because at Khami you don't have freestanding walls, but you have stone platforms, and the huts are built on top. But the purpose is almost the same, because it's all for security and also for prestige. Okay, so within the Great Enclosure, while it was the queen's residence, it also doubled up as an initiation school for boys and girls who were graduating into adulthood. And for that reason, you will find that there are certain phallic objects that were excavated from the Great Enclosure, and these would represent sexual organs. And so these exhibits, these artifacts that you see here, actually represented the male sexual organ, and they would be used for illustrations and demonstrations while girls and boys were being taught. Okay, if you look at the big one there, it sort of also resembles the conical tower that's found inside the great enclosure. And the great enclosure, the conical tower, some archaeologists would argue that it represented again the male sexual organ, whilst the walls, the surrounding walls represented femininity because of the patterns there that are found there. The conical tower represented masculinity. Okay, and these are casts or replicas of some of the soapstone beds that we found at Great Zimbabwe, which now is revered as an emblem of the nation. All right. And what we find in this whole section here is what we call the Codrington collection. Codrington collection is a collection that was made from different kingships around Africa, and the purpose was to sort of assemble those important themes, those important symbolic objects that the kings used, as symbols of authority, also as sources of their power. And if you look here on this one, you find drums, spears of different tribes. These are copper spears made in Katanga, Ngata, Kazembe. And what I would actually want to emphasize is in African belief systems, sexuality and fertility was a very, very crucial theme in relation to power and kingship. So you find that objects that were used by kings, sometimes you find symbols of sexuality. Like if you look at this chair here, you find that there are figurines there which actually display female sexual organs and male sexual organs. And as the king sits there, now that symbolizes his power. It's sort of a driver of his power, or a source of his power. If you look even down here, this side of the chair, you will see that while the king is sitting on top of the chair, right down there are figurines of people who are actually engaging in sexual intercourse. And symbolically, this is sparing the king's power as they are doing that. Okay, right? So all these figurines here have an emphasis on their sexuality. All right? And this section here has displays of the history of the Ndebele nation, from its foundation, as King Mzilikazi is leading his people, his clan from Zululand during the Mfetane era, coming north and settling in Matebele land. So here is King Mzilikazi, and there is a bust of him there, and also the bust of the second king of the Ndebele, King Lobengula, who is actually the son of King Mzilikazi. And this lady here is supposed to have traveled all the way with King Mzilikazi from KwaZulu and settled here, and she was a very important source of oral tradition about everything that happened on the way. And by the time this painting was made, she was 105 years old. So some of these were objects that were used by kings. Some of the gifts, like this revolver set here, was meant for King Lobengula, although it was never presented to him. So by the time he disappeared, it had not yet been presented to him. Okay, so that's King Lobengula there. And just an artist impression of Lobengula signing King Lobengula actually signing the Rad concession, which is the final document that, armed with which Cecil Rhodes then obtained the royal charter from the Queen of England to officially settle in Zimbabwe and transform it, turn it into Rhodesia actually. Okay, so in isiNdebele kuthiwa isihlahla senkosi asifi. This tree trunk here is a trunk of the tree under which King Lobengula would sit when he had important business to discuss with his subjects at his crown. So this was taken by from the where we now have the government house in Sostown, which was King Lobengula's home. So when it dried out, it was taken here, but there were some shoots there which were still growing. And if you go there now, you'll find the tree still there. So maybe it's true that Isihlahla senkosi are sitting as if. Yes. Okay. Alright. And here we have now the history of the main family for colonizing Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Malawi. Cecil John Rhodes, from his birth at Bishop Stortford in England to his death and burial in Matopos. Okay. All right. And right there we have some of the furniture pieces from his huts, and also one of his 7 wheels photocopied there. Okay. So maybe his burial. Cecil Rhodes died in Cape Town in 1902. And that's his coffin at the Grootsker. The Grootsker is Cecil John Rhodes' house. Now it's now being used as a hospital. It's called the Rhodes Memorial Hospital in Cape Town. So his coffin at Grootsker and the funeral procession in Cape Town. His will stated that he wanted to be buried here in Rhodesia, in Matopos. And he actually says, I admire the grandeur and loneliness of the Matopos. Therefore, when I die, I want to be buried in Matopos, in Rhodesia, on the hill that I knew the view of the world, in a square to be cut into the rock with a plain brass plate on top with these words thereon. Here lie the remains of Cecil John Rhodes. And if you go to Matopos, on that hill now, you will find he was buried according to what he prescribed in his will. So that's the funeral procession in Cape Town. And then he was ferried by rail from Cape Town. It took 14 days to reach Bulawayo. And what's interesting is, Cecil John Rhodes had a dream, kept to Cairo dream, and he built a railway which upon his death he had reached the Victoria Falls Bridge. And he was ferried by rail from Cape Town to Bulawayo. And that's the procession now leaving Drill Hall in Bulawayo. It was still partially complete. And the procession, and now the committee in Matopos, where now they are lowering the body. And the Ndebele chiefs there, they also went to pay their last respect to the men whom they referred to as Umlamlamkuns, a peace broker. Between who and who? Between them and a man called Leander Star Jameson, who was administrator of Rhodesia, who was actually fronting for Cecil Rhodes. So Cecil Rhodes comes and he plays the nice cop between the Ndebeles and Jameson, and the Ndebeles like him so much to the extent that they refer to him as the Great White Chief. So when he is buried, they are there as well to pay their last respect, and actually they made their royal salute as his body was being lowered. Okay.
Montage.
This ain't no gangster sermon, so I used to be a little rock stock with a beast in a bottle. Let me break this down once more. I really gotta get a hold on this. I'ma lose my grip. I watch your smiles, they're sparkling gold. We lose hope, we let go from the top like a
This how them man them gon' rock. This how them man them gon' rock. Yeah, we gon' rock.
Natural History Museum of Zimbabwe, the best and the largest museum not only in Zimbabwe but in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. Now the museum opens every day of the year, including public holidays. It opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m. Admission into the museum is upon payment of $3 for Zimbabwean adults and $1 for Zimbabwean children between the age of 5 and 14 years. Children below the age of 5 do not pay. For international visitors, payment of a fee of $10 for adults and a fee of $5 for children. The museum is a research and education center, hosts a series of lectures on scientific themes, cultural themes, and the public is welcome to attend free of charge. We also do run some movies for children during school holidays, and we have a fully equipped education center that can be accessed by school children who want to research and learn about heritage related matters.
Take a look at this amazing backdrop over here. Oh, it's such a blessing to be in an amazing city like this one. I'm so excited that museum actually hand selected us to make crazy videos. They were like, you know what guys, go crazy, we need proper marketing videos, and we tried our best to actually give them the best content that we could. So you guys have to check them out. We actually dropped 4 videos, which is one main video and their video on their channel, so make sure you check their channels and their social medias. I will link them down below, and it's amazing. This is what we've been working on generally, to actually get a lot of companies to work with us. So it's quite exciting that we actually got the opportunity. So as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Today's video was short, but yeah, keep subscribing because I'm dropping another one again next week, and it's another secret location. So peace out.